Hi everyone, it's me again. I'm Lena and I'm from the Healthcare Landscape Group. In this video, I'm going to talk about my weekly video, which is about why doctors need observation, organizational, and communication skills to help them in their career and in the healthcare and medical field. So, there are actually three parts in my video. The first part is I will explain why healthcare professionals like doctors and nurses need these three skills: observation, organizational, and communication skills. Then I will talk about the linking between them. And finally, I will talk about the examples and the real evidence and cases that have happened and why healthcare professionals need these skills in their career. So first, I will talk about why doctors need observation skills. Doctors need observation skills in their career because it can lead them to form accurate diagnosis and lead to giving the correct treatment to the patient. And they can reach reasonable conclusions, solve problems effectively. They can give out the treatments and do their work more efficiently. They can prevent and avoid medical errors by using observation skills. Not only they have their ears to hear and mouths to listen, but they also have their eyes to observe their surroundings and see what areas can be improved. That is a skill of a healthcare professional. It's an important skill. And observation skills can also help doctors to identify a key topic during a conversation or in a topic. They can form relative questions to ask the patient. For example, when did they have this illness? When did they cough? When did they start coughing? Did they have any symptoms like headaches, diarrhea, stomach aches, things like that? And they can ask the patient, obtain important information to form and make the diagnosis, inform the patient, and then tell the patient their treatments and what do they need to take in, the pills and the medications they need to take in to feel better and treat their illness or sickness. And the second skill is communication skills. Communication skills is important in any industry and field, like the business industry, the music industry, and even the healthcare and medical industry, because it's your first impression. People will make their beliefs on you through your communication skills. How you talk, how you look, how you act, your behavior, all of those things. Those are all of the important things that people make up about you, their beliefs about you. And especially in the healthcare and medical field. If you are a doctor, you need your presentation to be perfect, without any flaws, or as they call it, flawless. So if I have communication skills and in the future I will be a doctor, I can avoid mistakes and errors, make and build a healthy relationship between the doctor and the patient through my tone, my voice, my vocabulary, and my grammar, all of those things. That will make and build a healthy relationship between the doctor and the patient. I can build the trust with them, a relationship. And they can trust me, so I can give them medications and all the treatments they need to feel better. And communication skills also, if doctors and healthcare professionals also need communication skills because it ensures that they can transfer the information efficiently and correctly. and free of mistakes. It won't lead to bad outcomes and consequences. The patients won't be in a long-term disability or short-term disability, or even in danger a fatal result, which is death. And having communication skills, I need to show remorse for the patient's loss. Maybe they have a disease that cannot be treated, untreatable. I need to show remorse and show understanding to them and that way I can deliver the news in a way that people understand me and people trust me. People won't feel mad at me. So I need to also learn how to deliver the news in a formal and correct way. Like show remorse when a patient is in loss, happiness when there's a treatment for the disease they thought is untreatable. Use my body language with my feelings, my emotions. Calm down the patient if they and their family if they have a loss or something. Persuade and inform the patient about their illness or disease and also the treatment in a correct manner and also a correct way. Finally, there is the organizational skills. Organizational skills, you may, when thinking about it, you may think, I have a schedule, I have a planner, that is all I need. But you need that, yes, you need that, but you also need to keep track. If you're a doctor in the future, you need to keep track of where things are and locate them immediately. So being a doctor or a medical worker in the future, I need to be able to keep track of medical records or keep track of the work on the week, manage appointments for the patients with the doctor, know where the supplies are, where the medical supplies are. For example, the syringe is in the cabinet down below. Then I remember it, where I put it, then take it, retrieve it immediately. Or if now I'm a student, I'm still studying the basics of medicine. So I can put the things that I'm learning, like my notebook, my pencils and my pen, in a place that I can remember and I can see. And I know where the supplies are, locate them when needed, retrieve them, use them, manage time easily and effectively too, so I can be on time, won't be late, either in school or while I'm working in the school. Have a schedule. I need to have a schedule, and I already have one, so I can plan my time. When will I go to bath? When will I have my free time? When will I work? That is my schedule. And I need to sit down, plan my schedule, sit down for 10-20 minutes, plan the schedule for tomorrow, for the day after tomorrow, next week, next month, all of those things. And being a doctor also means managing patients, records, treatments, all of those things. Remove unnecessary supplies or tasks when needed, so it can save both time and energy. And I won't need to waste time on nothing at all, on doing nothing. The second part is the linking part. So doctors on a doctor's appointment to the dentist appointment, the dentist tells the nurse only one word and 2 5 words, easy words. It's not too complicated. For example, can you retrieve the syringe? Can you retrieve that medical supply for me? And the nurse immediately knows where to locate it, remembers where the supplies are, locate it, retrieve it, and give it to the doctor. And so there are the three skills in here. So I will break it down. The doctor tells the nurse, nothing complicated. Communication skills. That's communication skills. The nurse knows it. Observation skills. They observe their surroundings. Know where, observe before that appointment. They remember where that medical supplies are. And remember it so when the dentist need it, they can go and immediately retrieve it. Locates and remembers where the supplies are. Locates and remembers where the supplies are. So those are organizational skills. You know where to put those things in order so you can remember it and retrieve it immediately. And also it can prevent misdiagnosis. For example, a doctor interviewing a patient get important information from the patient data, their medical record. Those are communication skills. I need to have communication skills to be able to form questions, ask the patient questions that are important, write it down in my note, which is make sure the information are correct, which is observation skills. Checking the information are correct, that is observation skills. Observe the words and of the data in the notebook in their notes. Organize it, organizational skills. Organize it, stick that sticky note on the wall or in your notebook, colorful highlighters, so I can locate it, see it every time I have an appointment with someone else, remember it, then give that treatment or give the diagnosis to that patient on another appointment. So this is the final part, the evidence. So I have lots of evidence, but in this video, I'm only going to talk about one evidence that I've gathered, and the rest I will send it into the group later. So in the New York Times, I've read an article that informs me about two patients, a medical error, misdiagnosis. So there are two patients, Mrs. Morris and Mrs. Morrison. Those are very similar. Those names are very similar. Mrs. Morrison needs to check out her heart and through surgery. Mrs. Morris has a weak vessel that is bulging out of her skin. So she don't need surgery, but she needs a checkup. A nurse called Mrs. Morris, the wrong patient, into the surgery room the next morning and called in for surgery. Mrs. Morris said she was not informed of having a surgery and removing her blood vessel. But the nurse called that she did forget it. And on an interview, Mrs. Morris said, I tried to inform the nurse, but she wouldn't listen to me. And that there is a lack of a lot of things. Failure to organize data and failure to communicate, inform the doctor about it, and failure to understand and hear the patient. That is the skills that are the important skills that a healthcare professional must have. And also observation skills. They need to observe those notes, see those notes, and also remember those notes so there won't be a misdiagnosis. And luckily, during the surgery, halfway through the surgery, a person walked in saying, is this Mrs. Morris? And the nurse said, the doctor said, no, this is Mrs. Morrison. But I check on her, yes, this is Mrs. Morris. But I check on the medical record, Mrs. Morris didn't need a surgery to check out her heart. And then they inform her. Then that person informed them about all of the situation. And oops, the wrong patient. And if that surgery goes longer, there will be a fatal result. So that is a mixed diagnosis. These are all of my ideas and all of my ideas on the video for this week about why doctors need organizational, observation skills, and communication skills. Thank you for listening to my video, and I hope to see you in the next meeting or in the next video. Goodbye!